I'm going to explain SuccessFactors overview. So what are the reasons why we became the SAP SuccessFactors became an SAP company, and what are all the advantages and disadvantages from both the systems? Okay. So now let me explain to you what exactly the cloud actually. So I will be giving you a very simple example, and you would understand what exactly the cloud means. Success factors is completely runs in a cloud, okay, via good internet connection. That means when we come to SAP HCM, what happens? You need to maintain your own hardware for your company. For example, we have a company like Asian Paints, for example. If Asian Paints is a client company, if the company is going to implement SAP, so what this company has to do, they have to maintain their own hardware. It's nothing but servers. But with regarding the success factors, it's not required. You don't have to buy any hardware. You don't require any kind of servers that you have to maintain. It is something your business will be hosted remotely, and then you can access it through or via good internet connection. So I will be, it is something we call it as a SaaS HCM solutions. We call it as a SaaS HCM solutions. SaaS means software as a service. It is something like we call it as a software as a service. So it is something we call it as a human, this success factors is something to make available what kind of business solutions, all the human resources business applications. So the aim of SAP is to make all the human resources business applications available in the cloud for an individual customer. Why? Because the world's environment of the software is changing dynamically. So now the SAP is targeting the individual customer. And the second important point is they want to make it available all the human resources applications. Means like we have a organization management in SAP HCM. That is we call it as a ERP SAP system. Okay, we other words we can also call it as a on-premises system. SuccessFactors is a cloud system. SAP HCM is a on-premises system. On-premises system, if you are implementing, you need to maintain your own hardware. If you are implementing cloud, you don't have to maintain your own hardware. That means you can access your own business applications remotely via good internet connection. So these human resources applications are like organization management or personal administration, time management, payroll, benefits, e-recruitment, LMS, etc., etc. All these modules are already there in on ERP system. But what is lacking here for SAP? We are not into the cloud. So that is what I'm going to explain. So before I explain all these details in process, now let me tell you what is actually the software as a service. What exactly SaaS? I'll give you a simple example. We have a Gmail. What exactly the Gmail? Gmail is simply it is a software as a service. It is a SaaS application. Software as a service. I'll give you a in-depth explanation. We have a Facebook, we have like LinkedIn, we have a Google Drive, we have like a Dropbox. With our knowledge or without our knowledge, we are already into the cloud. We are already into the cloud. See, take for example, we have a Gmail. See, we are able to create our own Gmail ID with a secure password, and no, we feel like nobody is able to access to that. Nobody is able to access to the data that you are able to maintain. And when you are trying to create your own free email ID and with your password, you are also provided a 15 GB of a data in the Google. That means in the Gmail. For each Gmail ID, you have a 15 GB of a free space that where you can upload videos and photos, personal information, etc. See, it is a completely a free space that is given to you. See, you are maintaining something more almost 15 GB of a data, and you feel that it is secure, and you feel that it is something you maintain your data in the internet. You say that it is internet. No, it is hosted somewhere in the Google data centers, that we call it as a Google data centers, that we call it as a Google data center. What exactly it is? It is simply a cloud. It is complete. It is simply, we call it as a cloud. So I'll show you something. This is something, you see, this is something. This is, what is this? This is completely a cloud. So this cloud, you have a, this cloud, in this cloud, suppose this is for Kamalakar sir, and this is for Shankar sir, this is for Cornell, this is for Dinia, and this is for Daniel. This space is for you. What is this space? This is completely a Google data center. How you are able to store the data here in the Google data center? Because you are able to access, because you created your own email ID with the help of the good internet connection from anywhere in the world. That we call it as a software as a service. The same thing is also can be done even for all the human resources business applications with the help of the success factor system, that we call it as a cloud solutions. I hope you everybody understood what exactly SaaS HCM solutions means. Software as a service. You experience as an individual customer all the human resources business applications, same like you experience like your Facebook, and you experience with the Gmail, in the same way you also experience with your SaaS HCM solutions. That is complete, simply we call it as a cloud. That is nothing but success factors data centers that will be taken care, and that will be updated, and it will be released all the that we will see later on as we go on. It is, we call it this is, we call it as a SaaS HCM solutions. Okay, now let us come back from when the success factors is existing. See, actually, the success factors is not an SAP company. Actually, the success factors is an SAP company. No, sorry, success factors is a success factors company, but this is existing from 2001 onwards. It was found in California by two people in 2001. But what exactly the success factors is operated from 2001 till 2011. In 2011, in December 3rd, the SuccessFactors acquired the SuccessFactors company and SAP as a SAP company. What made SAP to acquire the SuccessFactors company as a SAP company? Though it is almost more than 30 years old company. So here it is very simple. SuccessFactors, is there from 2001, as I said now. Now the success factors is operating. First, let me explain to you about SAP HCM. The SAP HCM is a system. It is something operated with only people. The SAP HCM is the module which deals with the people. Okay, success factors is a module which deals with the people. What kind of modules we have in SAP HCM? Like OM is nothing but organizational management, like PA. Okay, a personal administration, like time, it is nothing but time management, and payroll. So now we call these four module, we also have another one, employee self services and manager MSS. And now we are having these modules in SAP HCM, that is ERP system. Okay, these are the modules we already have, that now we call it as a core HCM solutions. But earlier, when we are not into success factors, we used to call completely all these modules as SAP HCM modules. But now we are dividing the modules like core HCM solutions or talent HCM solutions. Why? Because I will tell you now. Now in SAP HCM we also have like elements like learning management, learning solutions, like we have a compensation, we also have a recruitment, and we also have a rest of other modules like performance and goal management, and etc. Now these modules we call them as talent solutions, a talent HCM solutions. So, but now let me come to success factors here, which is there in the market from 2001. Okay, success factors from 2001, which is already in the cloud, is operating only the talent solutions. It is operating the talent solutions only. What are those talent solutions, for example, Mr. Shankar Garu?
Learning management, LMS,
LMS, compensation, e-recruitment, like etc. etc. These are the modules the success factors is operating from 2000 from 2001. But the success factors is lacking core HCM solutions. Success factors is lacking core HCM solutions. What are they? OM, PA, time and payroll, ESS and MSS. These solutions are not available in success factors. But success factors is operating only the talent solution that also that which we have in even in SAP HCM. But what is lacking and in our SAP HCM? We are lacking what we are lacking in SAP HCM system in ERP system, which we are not into. We are lacking cloud system. We are not into the cloud, but success factors is into the cloud. So now the main aim of the SAP is to bring together, to combine the core solutions and talent solutions into the cloud. So that is why, that is the main reason the success factors became an SAP company, which they have invested millions of dollars to purchase this particular system. It is no more a success factors company, it is completely an SAP company now. The reason for the reason behind is to make available all the solutions of a human resources business applications. I'm not saying something else, I'm saying the word applications. It is a predefined application as per the client requirement. So all these business applications are available in the cloud, in the success factor system, that we call it as a cloud solutions. I hope you all understood the reason behind why it became SAP company. The success factors company became an SAP company, and that you are able to understand what exactly the SaaS HCM solutions means. If anybody have any doubts now, you can ask me till I before I go to the next concept. Hello sir, can you please mute yourself, Shankar Garu? Yeah, I hope it is clear with everyone. So now with all these solutions like which we are into the cloud, we call these as success factors, okay, SaaS HCM, okay. So sorry, we call it as a SaaS HCM solutions. Okay. In other words, we call it as a BizX suite. BizX, sorry, BizX suite. What is a BizX means? Business execution software. Business execution software. The business execution software is combined of what a kind of solutions? Core HCM solutions and talent solutions and mobile. That is a BizX mobile, Jam, and etc. And we also have like analytics. I'll tell you all these. It is very simple. These are all combination of your SaaS HCM solutions. Earlier the success factors is only having the talent solutions. Earlier the success factors is only having the talent solutions. When in 2001 SAP purchased these solutions as success factors company, that SAP has developed a core HCM solutions in the cloud, and BizX mobile, that is the app where you can install the app, download and install the app from your own Play Store. And this particular success factors app supports all the popular devices which are in the market, like Android or something like Mac or BlackBerry. And this is something like Jam. I'll tell you what is this and all. We can also call it in other words as a social collaboration, and this we is analytics. I'll tell you, when I understand this complete, when I give you complete picture, you all will surprise. Now here the core HCM solutions, now we call these in success factors as a employee central. Okay, employee central is a module which which covers all your core HCM solutions like OMPA, time, and payroll. And talent solutions are something like e-recruitment, compensation, performance and goal management, and etc. What exactly the BizX Mobile? BizX Mobile is something, an app that is developed for all the SuccessFactors customers who are going to implement SuccessFactors into their client, and for all the employees who are having access to the SuccessFactors are able to download for free of cost, and you are able to activate with your system, and you are able to access to certain functionalities which have been enabled, that you are able to experience with the help of the BizX Mobile. This is also the module that I am going to explain. Next one, we also have a SAP Jam. SAP Jam is something we call it as a social collaboration. It is simply nothing but a LinkedIn profile. What you do in LinkedIn profile, you are able to share your own post. You are able to interact with all the other colleagues, and you are able to see the feedback, and you are able to see the feed that have been posted with other colleagues that which are who are all in your group. This is also the same. SAP Jam is a social collaboration. And next you see the analytics. Analytics is something you are able to capture all the information in the form of a reports, in the form of pie charts, PDF, online report designer, and etc. It is something like you see the Google AdWords, Google Analytics. You see that something like, for example, Facebook. Suppose I have a Facebook page. How many people are able to see my Facebook page? In which locations? And in Hyderabad, how many people are viewing? How many followers? How many men followers? How many women followers I am having? You are able to capture in a something in a systematic way. The same thing, you can also drag all the information. You can capture complete information of all the SuccessFactors product suite, BizX suite, with the help of the analytics module. So these are all nothing but your SuccessFactors cloud solutions. I hope it is clear with everyone. If anybody is not able to understand me, please kindly ask me now. Mr. Cornell, Daniel, and Kamalakar, and Shankar Garu. Come on. Otherwise, if it's
Uh,
okay, yes, sir. Tell me, sir.
yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Go ahead. Carry
Yeah,
on.
thank you. So, because I want to be very clear that you people are able to understand, and you understanding my class or not. That's the reason I asked. So now you are having a very clear understanding what exactly the SaaS HCM solution. Now let me tell you advantages of SaaS. I'm going to explain what are the advantages of SAS, SaaS HCM solutions. Okay, now it is for the advantage of the success factors is no hardware is not required. That means, for example, when you're going to implement SAP HCM, you need to purchase your own hardware. It's nothing but servers. That is only limited for your company. But for success factors, since it is hosted remotely and everything is maintained only by the success factors people, you don't have to purchase anything. And what is the another advantage is you don't have to recruit or hire any other function technical consultants like basis consultant, and make them to maintain your system every now and then whenever there is a new update, whenever there is a new enhancements. But with regarding success factors, it is you don't have to hire any technical consultant, and you don't have to purchase anything. It is something very less cost. Okay, it is something, the system is up to date, and it's something I'll tell you. Now you don't have to maintain system maintenance. That means you need for SAP HCM, for maintaining the system you need a technical consultant. The technical consultant has to go to the SAP service marketplace, and there he has to find out all the SAP nodes which are up to date, and then you have to go and install in our hardware which hosted our SAP business processes. But here you don't require to maintain anything. But you may ask, how about the system? The system will be up to date, and because the system is somewhere in the system where it is, it's hosted somewhere like in the data center, success factors data centers. The success factors data centers is, it is something like multi-tenant platform. We call it as a multi-tenant platform. So the multi-tenant platform is something like that. This is a server. Within this server we have so many companies hosted. This is for A company, this is for B company, this is for C company, this is for X company, this is for Y company, and all. There is a company like X company. The X company is going to subscribe. And another important thing, success factors is completely based on a subscription based. There is no concept like purchase. Okay, you don't have a concept of purchase. Whatever the applications we have, whether it is a talent, whether it is a core, whether it is a mobile, whether it is a jam, any application that there is no rule that you have to purchase all the subscribe all the, no, it is up to, it's up to you. It depends upon your client requirement. It's a client requirement. The client wants to only employee central, you go and subscribe. So for the employee central, you are going to subscribe, and that will be hosted, your data will be hosted in the this particular tenant. This is called a tenant, multi-tenant platform. Suppose there is a company for Cornell. The Cornell is company is going to be hosted here, and you are able to activate, and that whatever the data you are going to maintain, that will be hosted here in this particular tenant, where it is in the success factors data center, that we call it as a SaaS HCM solutions. It is completely a multi-tenant platform, and it's completely a subscription-based licensing model. Suppose if you want to maintain, or if you want to subscribe the Employee Central, you have to go and subscribe on yearly base per user account again. Again, you have to go with a per user on yearly base of the application that you are going to subscribe. There is no concept of purchase, and it is completely a multi-tenant platform. And you see, it is completely, as I said in the first point, no hardware is required. So the success factors are people are going to maintain the system updates. Some you have like app, every now and then when you go to the Play Store, you see there will be some updates for some of the apps that you have installed already. In the same way, in every quarter we have a regular releases. In every quarter we have a regular releases. So for all the regular releases, the SAP is also going to release a bulletin that will be hosted in the SAP community, success factors community network. There you are able to download, even in the SAP success factors system also you can find out the document that they have updated, and what kind of enhancement is nothing but, suppose there is already a functionality, take for example time off. But time off, you don't have a complete solutions in success factors, but they are enhancing, they are adding complete solutions in every quarter. That means that quarter we call it as a universal upgrades, universal updates, universal releases, universal enhancements. This takes place every quarterly. Every quarterly the system will be regular releases will be there, system updates will be there, system enhancements will be there. So for this, you don't require any hardware, you don't require any technical consultant. And another advantage of SaaS is you can access from anywhere that you want, but you should have a good internet connection, that we call it as a communication network. That we call it as a communication network. So these are all the advantages of SaaS HCM solutions. I hope everybody understood what exactly the SaaS means. What exactly the SaaS HCM solutions means. Okay. Yeah. What about Mr. Daniel and Cornell? Are you all able to follow me, or otherwise am I going faster, or whatever it is, you tell me. Okay. Next one, you see that, you may see that this SAP is a 40 years old developing ERP company, but this is only the 15 years old cloud developing company. So now it is no more a success factors company, it became an SAP company. SuccessFactors became an SAP company. Now, what happens? The SuccessFactors we acquired, and the SAP want to target the individual customer, as the world's environment of the software is changing day by day. Because I said dynamically. What does it mean? Today is going to be something, tomorrow it's going to be something. Whatever the functionalities you see will not be the same tomorrow. It is changing dynamically. It is changing day by day. So now they are targeting the individual customer and they want to make it all the human resource applications available at the disposal of with individual customer. That is why it is a combination of core HR and a combination of talent that is available in the cloud. Okay. Now, sorry. Now let me show you the product overview. What kind of solutions we have. See, I'm not saying the modules. Modules are different. Product is different. Again, I'm telling it very clearly. There will be a misunderstanding with the most of the consultants. Product is different and modules are different. Every product is having in success factors. We have a success fact product, and every product has again the one or two modules. Okay, every success factors module, every success factors product is are having one or more, one or two modules. I'll tell you simple example. You have here a recruitment. What is a recruitment? Recruitment is a product, it is not a module. And this recruitment product is having a one or two modules. What are those modules? Recruitment management, recruitment marketing, RMK, RMG. Okay, so like that we will see in detail when we go into the subject, step by step. Now you see the core HCM solutions like Employee Central and Employee Central Payroll. And you see the talent solutions like performance and goal management, compensation management, variable pay, LMS, succession and development, recruiting and onboarding. Now you see the HR analytics. It's just like workforce analytics, workforce planning is something like reports that you generate, how many people are able to performing well, and performance review and everything. You can track it in the form of reviews and you can download in the form of PDF and Word, Excel, text file, anything. And it, as I said, it is social collaboration that we call it as a jam, SAP jam. It's simply nothing but your LinkedIn profile. You are having experience with the LinkedIn profile. It's also the same. You don't have to separately go and learn this module again. It's very simple. By yourself, you can handle and do that. And all these product, this complete success factors product, we call it as a, in one word, that is a BizX suite. The BizX suite is nothing but business execution software. Business execution software. The business execution software is something covers all the HCM, core HCM, talent management, analytics, and social collaboration. Social, mobile, and analytics. These are all the modules. These are all the product. I'm not saying the modules. The his employee center is a product. Performance and goal management is a product. The performance and goal management is a product which again having one or two more modules like performance management, goal management, calibration, and a 360-degree review. So these are all the solutions we have, and I have already, we will see all these slowly, and that you are able to see this is a cloud application. You are, this is called application layer, and whatever the module that we have seen that you are able to see in this particular like look like application. Okay, now everything is changing. You will not be able to see like this application because this we call it as a one admin. Now we are going to in a different application and you are able to see in a different look. Okay, because as I said, it is something we are into the dynamic environment, and that's it. So these are all other applications, that other slides are something giving overview on each module that we have already explained it in the beginning. Now let me give you the strategy of SAP, the solution portfolio. Now you see that on-premises system and cloud solution. On-premises system, we have a HR core system that we used to call it as a SAP ERP HCM, but we call in cloud as a SuccessFactors Employee Central. And now you see that performance and goal management, we used to call it as directly as a SAP ERP HCM, but you see that here we call it as a SuccessFactors Performance and Goal. In the same way, like any other module, you can see that very clearly. Okay, this is how that you are able to understand. Okay, now you see that another important thing is you must understand, this is very important. The success factors system is it's something like divided into three layers. One is a communication layer, the second one is application layer, and the third one is a database layer. Okay, the third one is a database layer. See, this application layer is nothing but which all the modules with all the applications are hosted in one place. That means you are able to come here and you are able to access these applications as for your client has subscribed, and you are able to do all the functionalities and configurations, and you are able to experience that particular application, and you are able to maintain something that, like, you are able to access to your email id, gmail, and you maintain some data, and it is going somewhere. Where it is going? To the Google data center. That is called as a database layer. This is a database layer, and this data is storing here in the servers of the Google data centers into something infrastructure and storage. And where this data is coming from? Where? This from this application layer. This application layer that you maintain is going to the storage that we hosted remotely. That is called a database layer. And how you are able to come to this application layer? With the help of the communication network. That's communication layer. What is that communication layer? Is nothing but internet. How you are able to use this internet? With the help of the browsers. What are those browsers? Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, and etc. And you are able to access this application layer from anywhere. If your company has subscribed, you are having internet, it should be good, and you are using Google Chrome, and you are able to log in, and you are able to log into the application layer and develop the business functionalities of a client, and this data is going to the database layer. This is the architecture of success factors. Is it clear for four of you? Are getting bored? Nobody is responding. Mr. Cornell, you there? Hello, sir. Karnataka, sir. Mr. Daniel, are you following my class? Kamlakar, sir?
Yeah. I'm okay. I'm able to understand.
Yeah, thank you. Hello, Daniel.
Yes, yes.
Okay, fine. So, and another thing that we have is here, uh, something like, slowly moving. Yeah. So now let me tell you the system architecture of success factors. In success factors, we have a two types of systems. One is a provisioning system, and the second one is an instance. The provisioning is the back-end system. Instance is a front-end system. The provisioning is something we do. It's a one-time activity. We do only one-time activity. Something like whatever the applications that you subscribe, that application has to be activated by giving a tick mark, check mark. Okay, that whatever the application that you subscribe, that has to be activated by giving a check mark. Whatever that application that you give a check mark, that will be accessed in the front end system, that is the instance. Then you are able to develop your cloud functionalities as for the client. So that we call it as an instance. The instance
So
is
who does this provisioning? Is
the
the success
provisioning.
factor does this
Yeah,
provisioning, or the company who wants to
yes, right, right.
implement the success factors does this one?
No, the provisioning will be activated directly by the success factors people. Okay, so whatever the application that you are going to subscribe, that the system will be set up that as for your client requirement on in the name of your client company name. That is a provisioning. Will be the provisioning access will be given to the only partner company, not to the customer company. Okay, customer is the one who is going to implement. He will be having access to instance in real time, and what kind of access he will be having, I will tell you in the train. The provisioning is something, whatever the application that you subscribe, you the professional services consultant will be having access to it. Professional services consultant will be having access to it, and he will be activating it based on the business blueprint. And then you activate and you come here and do the configurations here. The provisioning will not be given access to anyone, because the provisioning is only the login id you will be having, because we can't create any login ids. We can't, because it is a most important thing. You can't always log in and you do whatever you want, because If once the system is corrupted, and this will affect the complete system. So what I am going to do, though we are going to do all the configuration, but still I am going to show my provisioning system, that which I am working, that is a real-time system, and you are able to see it. And whatever that you supposed to do, that the document is already created, so that you are able to experience and understand very easily. It's not that so tough. There is nothing more that you have to worry about this provisioning. Provisioning is something like whatever the application that you have subscribed, that you need to activate, or something you need to enable it by giving a check mark. And even metadata framework is another module that we are going to see directly within instance, even without the help of the provisioning system. You don't require for a metadata framework to work in a provision, no, but you need to activate that one. You are going to configure everything within the instance only. Okay, so the provisioning is a backend that you do all the functionalities to activate all the subscribed applications. It is a one-time activity. It's are not going to do. So I have prepared a document. I'm going to give you a complete understanding how you are going to do in real time, and I will also give a real-time project document, and that you can put with you as a backup, and you can understand it how you are need to handle that particular solution. And I will show you the system, how it is going to look, how you need to activate, how you need to access and all. But the complete configurations, and I'll tell you the process. So once you activate the application that you subscribe, then you need to log into instance. And here also we have a security that we call it as the RBP, role-based permissions. In this RBP, again, you can also restrict the permissions to the customers. That means what kind of employees your company is having and what kind of access should be given to the type of employees. That also can be controlled. But one thing, whatever that you activate, only those activated applications only can be controlled in the RPP. Suppose you deactivate something, a particular application. Even that application that you deactivated in the provisioning cannot be seen in the RPP. So you give the access that you activate, and then you control with the help of the RBP, and that RBP you need to create based on the type of employees, and the employees are able to experience the system. Okay, these are the types of systems we have. And as I said, with regarding the licensing is something, it's something, based on a subscription basis. It's a on yearly base for a user that you need to subscribe. And once it is over, then you have to go for renewing, and then it's something like that. It goes. There is no concept of purchase. And the last point is, as you see that from many people, many consultants have a lot of confusions, like SAP HCM, something coming down. SAP HCM is not going to do. SAP HCM is always a world's primary ERP HCM system. It's going to be there. That is why simultaneously the SAP people are protecting the position of the world's primary ERP HCM system. And here you would understand very clearly the importance of SAP HCM and the importance of SuccessFactors. Both the systems are going together. When I explain about integration concept, that is something, a kind of overview, so that it will give you a complete understanding and complete overview of what exactly the how important the success factor SAP HCM system for success factors. And even you can also send the data from success factors to SCM, and you can also get the data from SAP HCM to success factors with the help of the integration tools. We have a integration tools. What are those integration tools? Like we have integration tools like NetWeaver portal, and we have a SAP HANA Cloud integration, and we also have a third-party tool like Dell company has developed, that is a Dell Boomi Atomsphere. So these are all the things that you will understand. Like we have FTP file transfer protocol, and like we have a secure file transfer protocol. So these are all the things that you would understand very clearly. And when I explain about the integration overview, then you would be connected with what kind of deployment models we have. And based on the deployment model, you are going to choose a correct integration technology. We can't go with any of the integration technology that you want. No. So as the product SuccessFactors product team, there is an expert team. They need to study the customer system landscape or the current business process of a customer. And then you need to suggest what kind of deployment model he has to go. Based on the deployment model, the customer will be choosing one or more, one or two integration technology tools for integrating the ERP HCM system to the success factors and success factors to the HCM. Okay, these are all something that, to give you a complete overview what exactly the success factors and all. So if anybody wants to ask something, you can ask me now. That this is to give something kind of overview and all. I hope that everybody is able to follow me and got some kind of picture about success factors. And you can ask me now. You can interact one. You can ask whatever you want.
So is there any other competitor for HCM?
Pardon me.
Who is the other competitor for HCM module?
Competitor, we have Workday, like success factors, right? We have a success factors, but we also have Workday. So earlier the Workday was started, but the Workday was not worked out. But when success factors came, now the Workday became so famous. Now the Workday is also another replacement. Like we also have like a success factors application, same like that. We also have Workday. That is also another competitor for us in the cloud. For SAP HCM, we have a Oracle HCM also. That is also another competitor for SAP.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Hello, boss, Kamlakar sir.
No, I'm good actually. I don't
Okay,
have any questions. So looks like I'm fresh to this, so I'm able to understand whatever you said.
okay. Thank you,
So
sir.
one thing. So
Yeah.
since we don't, this is a cloud-based solution.
Hmm.
So who does the security part? I mean,
Security part. Yeah, security part.
does the client partner does it, or the SAP itself does the security
Yeah,
part?
SAP. Yeah,
And and
SAP. Okay, tell me, sir.
that's first question. And then second, do they have a concept of transports or anything? Like regular HCM, if I have to develop anything as an ABAP, they have a
Yeah, I'll tell
transport
you
kind of a
for that.
things.
Yeah, I'll tell you. So with regarding the security, the success factors is going to take care because the company is not handling any hardware, any servers, right? So the data is hosted somewhere in the success factor server. So the success factors is working out to to maintain a lot of security because we have a concept like hacking. In order to avoid this,
Uh,
something like
no, Anip. My question is more in terms of, say, for example, I want to create a role. Uh, let's take a recruitment. Okay, I have a org structure which is defined.
hmm.
Now, in that case, who has to have what kind of a roles?
Yeah, that's what that
Who
comes in the
defines that actually?
yeah, that comes in the concept of RBP, role-based permissions, that will be defined by the administrators. Okay.
So when you say administrator, it's a instance-based
Yeah,
administrators,
it's
right?
instance-based administrator. So you also, as a consultant, you also going to act as an administrator because when you're going to set up a system, you have to go and maintain, and we have a three types of administrators again. We have a security administrator, we have a general administrator, and we also have another one super user. And we need to help the super user how to handle these concepts. We can't give every access. Okay, the users cannot have the users should have only default landing page, that is a home page, so that everything, all the roles and all the groups and all the permissions are completely controlled with the help of the RPP. Is it clear, sir?
Got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
The second thing is you, as you asked, the second, transportation. So in SAP we have a three-tier architecture, R by three. Like we have development server, quality server, production server. But here we don't have any transportation. We have a synchronization of instance. We have a quality instance. We have a production instance. You need to first go and test it, and then we have the concept of synchronization, so that will be synced, that whatever that you have tested. And but here we don't have any concept like transportation, like you transport the data from quality server to the production to the from development to the quality to the production. That will be transportation will be done by the basis consultant, but we don't have that concept here.
So success factors has only two. They suggest two instances, which is quality
Yes,
and production.
that's it.
So there is no development kind of instance where you have
You can
landscape.
develop directly in the sales system we have. For example, we have a sales demo system. So you can develop and you can everything that can be synced. Okay, with the help of this, we have a one functionality synchronization of instance to the live system of sales. What we call success factors. First, you are going to work in a sales demo. You are going to test it, and then that will be synced to the live system.
So when you say the sales, is it a
Demo system.
development system or a quality system?
That is a kind of testing system. We call it as we can call it as a quality system, whatever it is, like
Okay, so
ID.
Anup,
Yeah.
explain me about the landscape. Okay, okay. Now I'm little I have little bit knowledge on the landscape of what I'm working on. So I have a sandbox, I have a D, I
It's a
have a
system.
queue, I have
We
a
have a system landscape that is R by 3 in ERP, but we don't have any system landscape. We have only two systems. One is the provisioning, that which is backend, that will be activated when you subscribe the application, that you are able to access through instance and you are able to do all the functionalities. But when you go to the ERP HCM, we have a system landscape that is a R by 3, real time, three-tier architecture. So
okay.
there, yeah,
Okay, I got it. So one sorry to cut you. So in that case, the sync takes the object from A to B. So for
yes,
example, sandbox to production.
yes.
What if I want to roll back? Is there a rollback mechanism also?
Yeah, you can do that. You can roll
Okay,
back.
got
Yeah.
you. Okay, got you. Go ahead.
So still Daniel and Cornell.
Yes, Mr. Abraham. Um, Mr. Abraham, I will call you. I will try to call you after this class.
Okay, fine, no problem. Thank you. I hope it's clear. Then we'll see tomorrow, same time, and I'll send the video to all of you. Again, you can also have a glance on this, and